I love you. I love you so much. You drive me crazy sometimes, but I love you. So, I just realized after taking 3 videos, the second 2, the power wasn't on. So there was no sound. And by gosh, the last one in particular was pretty darn good. And it was like 13 minutes. And so I get to try again. But I also get to demonstrate, which is part of why I decided to open that way. You know, what good does it do to berate ourselves instead of just loving ourselves? I mean, really. So if the point, the goal is I love myself and I'll love myself some more, to love being me, this is the practice, you know. And oh, heaven knows, if I can't figure out how to love myself, I'm not going to be able to have any other intimate relationships where I love someone well. So I really got to get on this because I've been working, I've been trying so hard all of my life to be perfect and to love perfectly, you know, but it's been so controlling of myself and others. It's just been miserable. So anyway, today I want to talk about this experience that I had yesterday because I'm so excited about it. I was listening to a gal talk about life purpose from the perspective of polyvagal theory, which is one of her specialties. It's one of her focus points. And polyvagal theory is a new thing to me. I'm pretty sure it's a new thing kind of within the scientific world and therapeutic applications as well. Anyway, part of what I've been doing, part of what I try to not do as much as I used to, but every now and then I need to get back to looking back at my life, kind of doing self-evaluation. Where have I been? Where am I now? Where am I going? Where do I want to be? So she's talking about life purpose. I'm like, I'm down for watching this 20 minutes. Great. Fantastic. She talked about how she loved horses as a kid and how as she grew up, she moved further and further away from her love of horses because it was the responsible thing to do. And I so resonated with that, right? And I think I resonated with it because it's pretty much universal. Just so many of us have done this kind of thing where we've learned to be responsible, but we haven't learned to be ourselves. We've learned to fit in, but we haven't learned how to be free. We've learned how to earn money or not. We've learned how to earn money, but we haven't learned how to value ourselves and others and the experience that we call life, except through the lens, or except predominantly through the lens of consuming. So I so appreciated listening to her. I sure wish my computer had a pause button. Because my dogs are going to be crazy for a couple minutes because they're doing something in the alley. All right, got to move on because I don't have a pause button and I'm not gonna edit these things together. So that's this life. Okay. Horses, polyvagal, giving up ourselves, losing ourselves. She talked about how we are trained in modern culture, our education system, and frankly just our social norms of behavior are designed to, by their nature, move us, train us mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, as physically if I didn't add that, to conform, to not pay attention to our own bodies. You know, when you're in kindergarten, you get to have recess and playtime and you get a lot of interaction, but slowly through the process, it's as though our physical needs or what our body is telling us that we need or want we are trained to discount them, to minimize them. The thing is that even when it's at just one level, it has a huge impact. To the point where so many of us, I was so grateful to hear her story, because I mean, she works with people as a coach, you know, and she's got most of her clients who come to her and share this kind of a story, or she's heard this kind of story where, you know, a life coach or a business coach for that matter, has clients coming into them, and they, you know, they ask, they're having dialogue, you know, and the client is expressing, well, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want to work in an office, I don't want to have this kind of boss, I don't want to, you know, and then the question inevitably comes of, okay, well, that's what you don't want, what do you want? And I have heard, observed, and experienced this conversation verbatim. And I can't answer it. I have never been able to answer it except out of my ego and out of my head, out of what I ought to want, what I have been trained to want, because I don't know what I want. I know what I'm supposed to want. But I also know, and I think that part of why I haven't accomplished a lot of things in my life is because I know that there's a part of me that says, I don't really want that. I don't really want that. And so since it's not what I really want, I've gotten goose eggs, lots of goose eggs in my life, because the things that my brain, my ego, the things I've been trained to say I want are not really things that resonate with me. They're not things that are really what Sheila, the core in her guts, wants. But everything in life has been so focused on work hard enough, make enough money. And it's not that money is bad. Money is great. Money is important. Money is important. I wish I had, you know, I am grateful. I am grateful for all of the abundance that I have. I actually have tremendous abundance. I mean, look at this greenery behind me. I have tremendous abundance. I'm looking forward to kind of shifting some of the dynamics with that in my life. And cleaning up and putting order to my financial life, and having greater abundance, financial and otherwise. Okay, so what do you want? I don't know what I want. Don't know. I don't know that I've ever known. Because when I look back in my life, I don't know when I ever felt safe. I mean, from an infant onward, truthfully. I mean, not that I have clear intellectual recollections of my childhood, but I know the stories of my childhood, and I have the sense of the emotions that I've taken into my life. And that is where the polyvagal theory comes in. All of those things together, of how we get stuck processing life and interacting with our life experience. So here I am at this age in my life, and I still look at it and I say, there is so much I should have accomplished by now. There is so much, you know, on the want list, right? The things that I should want that I haven't done. Somebody, even to this day, I can ask myself, I do ask myself, I do ask myself, what do you want? What do you want, Sheila? What do you want to do with the rest of your life? Come on, girl. You've been around for a while. It is time for you to figure some stuff out. And stuff is often not the word I'm using. Okay? I mean, let's just be real. All right? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? What do you want? And I'm like, I don't know what I want. Give me a pint of ice cream. But it doesn't work well that way because that's not really what I want either. That's just a matter. I want to be relieved of this stress. I want relief from these emotions and from these thoughts and these experiences. But it's not really what I want. That's what my body needs. So, polyvagal theory actually is suggesting that there are exercises and actions and experiences that I can pursue and incorporate into my life that are actually going to help me not need the pint of ice cream and still get the relief and release those things from my body and get to the point where I can be better connected to my body, to myself, to my being, to my heart, to my core, and be able to answer the questions better. And I was so relieved. I'm going to take a minute because I do think it's related. Another part of that is a part of my experience, and part of the challenge is to be an empath or to be empathic. So part of my habituation, my physical habituation, had to do with being born sensitive to the emotions and energy and patterns of the people around me. My mother, my father, primarily. Their energy, I mean, they were stressed since like before I was born. You know, there wasn't joy and laughter in our household. No, I haven't. I have no recollections of it. And I mean, maybe at a birthday party, maybe when there was alcohol involved, but, so whatever. That is for another day. But what does a baby want? What does a baby need? A baby needs to feel safe. An infant needs to feel safe. A toddler needs to feel safe. A young person, any of us at any age, what do we need most? We need to feel safe, right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs, again, another day. So part of my habituation into this body, into this life, was being sensitive to the emotions and energy of those around me and moderating my own behavior to meet the needs of others, to moderate their energy to help me feel safe. To help me feel safe. Whatever else, I mean, anything in a higher energy, a higher emotional state than that would be bonus. But when you haven't been exposed to it, when you haven't been trained about what like laughter and love and joy and happiness, what those feel like, what, when your baseline is just safe, I just want to feel like my world isn't going to fall apart. Sorry, apparently I just started processing some of that on another level. Yeah. I yeah. I've been living my life just to feel safe. The thing is that doesn't ultimately work out real well. Thank you, Riley, for coming to check. Oh, he's here. My wife about a little over 3 years ago. And I am grateful for him because he helps me feel safe. There are other things that I need to do to help myself feel safe. Things I need to take care of in my life so that I can feel more safe. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. The Carolina wren just landed on. Wow, right there. But until I feel safe, I haven't had the courage to take care of some of these things. And I know that I just lost my camera. I see that I just lost my camera. And I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix it. But I'm so intrigued by polyvagal theory and how it fits with all of the other work that I've been doing, including going back to my days at Louisiana State University, working on my master's degree in vocal performance and actually practicing 3 hours a day, singing 3 hours a day, the way I was encouraged to do if I actually was serious about being a singer. And that's pretty common. And that experience changed my life, even though I didn't ultimately have the courage or the drive, the competitive spirit to go and fight for a career for myself. It has changed my life nonetheless. It has changed me. And now I see the possibility of where this is vagus nerve and polyvagal theory integrate with that. And I'm excited to explore an idea of, is this what I want? Is this what I want? And what I know is that at the very least, the practice of healing, the practices that will help me to heal my body and strengthen my vagal nerve and bring it into a healthy social interactive state is going to change my life. And there's going to be more to it than that, but I know that that's part of it. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be here making this video. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to just speak out loud, to literally feel that energy in my body as it goes from just being in my head to being spoken. And I literally feel, because I'm sitting on the ground, so I literally feel my awareness of my body. I feel the vibrations of my voice vibrating my body and changing my energy, changing my state of being, my emotional state, and my the energy that I have to live my life. And I cannot express my gratitude enough for this opportunity. And I pray that it heals me and that it supports others in their search for healing as well. So, I've seen my picture shift again, and I have no idea what that means, but I do think that it means that it is time for me to bring this time together to an end. So, my dear friend, thank you. I look forward to hearing what has been helpful to you, how you think I could do this better. All I ask is that if you have creative criticism, that you keep it respectful. That's my only request, because I really cherish that. But I also want this experience for me and for everyone else to be a positive and uplifting one. So thank you for your part in that. And I look forward to the next time we meet. Blessings to you. Namaste.